Okay, question 2. As the town has become a service center, a recognized service center, with a $2 million plus annual municipal budget, 2 working harbors, the sewer system, and numerous other responsibilities, along with trends towards increasing societal and governmental change and complexity, has the time come for Blue Hill to consider hiring a town manager?
Yes. I mean, that's a, you know, it's an easy yes for me in some ways. I mean, yes, I think we are at the point where it probably would be a good idea for us to have a town manager. But the flip side of that is you have to find the right person. And doing what I do for a living, I can tell you I've run into a lot of good and a lot of bad town managers, and you want to make sure you get a good one. A good one can really make things move along well. They can keep up with everything. They have the time and the resources to really stay on top of new rules, new regulations, to know where to go in the state to seek help. And they're there for people when they come in the door to talk to and perhaps funnel that input to the selectmen or to whoever is the appropriate party to receive it. So I do think that just for all the reasons that Nat stated, we've gotten to be a pretty complex town here. And we are definitely the center of the peninsula. And for those reasons, we do have more of a burden at the hospital. We've got trade winds for that matter. And all that generates a lot of traffic, for instance. The septic system, the sewer has grown over the years, so that's another headache. We certainly have a lot of questions about what's going on in the harbor. We've got a crane sitting out there that hasn't been, I don't know, it's been sitting there now a year and a half. It has not yet to actually be put into work on the town wharf. That would be something that would be a good idea that somebody could manage to make happen. So I think that might serve, that the person, if we found the right person, would serve as a good intermediary for a lot of different parts of the town, between the town government and the people. It doesn't take the place of selectmen. It doesn't take the place of input coming into the people who live here and who are elected. But it would help grease the wheels and get things done.
Okay.
This has certainly crossed my mind in the last few years, and it's a very interesting question. 3 part-time selectmen, and it is part-time, does mean that often there isn't anybody in the town hall, and often that means that certain things happen or don't happen that didn't have attention paid always. Not saying that they're not doing a good job, because they are, but it is a part-time position. And I have often thought about all the things that Ellen said, really, that a town manager might be something that Blue Hill is getting ready to think about. And it doesn't take the place of the selectman, but it would be a resource who was there full-time.
I won't disagree that we could think about having a town manager, but I guess I'd have to say I disagree economically. I don't think by the time you pay the insurance and find the right person and get through the benefit packages, I think a lot of the revenue might disappear, and Blue Hill might not be in as good a situation as it is in. I think right now we've got an opportunity to find an opportunity to have 3 working selectmen, and perhaps each one of them could focus a little bit more on some of the issues like Ellen mentioned, and give it a little more time, work through this planning process, and I guess I'd have to see how many other towns think they've gotten so big that they need a town manager, and do a little comparison before I made a hard and fast decision on that.
I'd like to think the town of Blue Hill could continue its existing form of government for quite some time into the future. The existing population, which is what, 2,300? We've been here before. I think in the early 1900s it was like that at one time. We in Blue Hill are fortunate enough to experience what true democracy is, and that means one man, one vote at town meeting. The selectmen administer those directions to the town, for the town's business, the whole year, till the next town meeting. Hopefully we make incremental decisions during the week when or the times when the town does not meet as a body. But the real work is done at town meeting, and every citizen in this town is the voter and the direct link to the business of the town. I do not agree that the town manager would be that effective in this town. I think that the volunteer efforts and the staff that exist do a wonderful job. And if there's nobody there, come back at town meeting or come back when they are. I don't think it's necessary to have a full-time town manager in the town size.
Now we'll go to the race between Jim and Ron. And Jim, you were now sorry. It's getting ahead of myself.
I'm going to go along with Ron and this report. I think we've got a few years to go yet before we have to worry about a town manager. The selectmen have done a real good job, to my knowledge, and it's getting the people of the town involved, knowing how they feel. And a town manager is just one man, and I don't think he can get to know the people as well as a bunch of people can. I know we're not that big yet, and there might come a day you need a manager, but I think we're holding our own right now. Right?
Sorry, that's a pass you over here. Okay, Jim.
Yes.
Now you're on.
Well, certainly it's a good question. It's a difficult question, and it's something I've thought about for some time. But I'm instructed by some of the things that happened with towns around the Southwest Harbor, as an example. St. George, these are two towns with town managers, and if you look at their budgets, they're huge, and they're often built around the bureaucracy that somehow these town managers attract. So it is a budget commitment. And also what I found that the teamwork can get involved in the three selectmen system, and I say teamwork is key to it because in a sense they act as a composite and deliver the town manager services quite well. Will there be a time in the future where we might want to reconsider that? Perhaps. But I think for now, as long as we look at the team effort that can come together in the town office, the kind of talent we have on our staff, and the individuals who service like our Jenny Robertson, Bill Cousins, Mike Asbury before him, Bob Carter, Judy Jenkins, these are all people who are quite capable and that we're able to coordinate their activities and support them, and they support us. So I think all in all, the system is a good one now, but I think we should assess every year where we are and be ready for a change if it's appropriate.
Okay.
Thank you. I think it's premature to have a town manager. I think the issues to look at, first of all, is that there's a lot of technology that is available that can help with the efficiency of running the town and simplify a lot of the aspects of management. I think the town is too small for town management. I think with the right selectmen and with the right structure, adjustments in how the selectmen coordinate what they do, how they divide activities. For example, I have a strong economic development and business attraction background. One thing that I would focus on is handling that particular aspect of helping downtown grow and have vibrant businesses, having the right kind of businesses. And somebody else might, in the selectmen, have another particular talent, and we could focus on those particular aspects. I think it's important to try to wring as much of the productivity as we can out of the system we have to advance the town as far as we can with technology. Because I think a lot of the information, a lot of the burden that people face in terms of managing the town is the overabundance of information. And that's one area where we really need to make that simpler for the employees to handle.
Okay, that covers the first two questions.